Welcome to the Wonder Garden channel. Many people often ask me how to care for and repot Cattleya orchids after they have finished blooming. In reality, many people think that after the flowers fade, the plant will be difficult to grow or no longer has value, so they often throw it away. Today I happened to find a clump of Cattleya orchids that had been discarded in a garbage area. It seems that the previous owner threw the plant away after the flowers had faded. As you can see, the plant is quite weak, the root system is poorly developed, the growing medium is old, and the plant has almost no vitality left. However, based on my experience in caring for orchids, I know that this clump of orchids can still recover completely. Therefore, I decided to bring it home and try to revive it. In today's video, with only a few ingredients available in the kitchen, I will restore this orchid plant. If it is cared for properly, after a period of time, the plant will gradually become green and healthy again, develop more vigorously, and continue producing beautiful flowers. So, let us begin the process of reviving this Cattleya orchid clump. First, we will inspect the entire orchid clump and remove all damaged parts. This is a very important step that helps reduce the risk of disease spread and creates better conditions for healthy new shoots to grow and thrive. Upon closer inspection, you can see that after a long period of use, the growing medium has begun to deteriorate, with mold growth and debris accumulating around the root system. These factors not only reduce air circulation, but also create a damp and stagnant environment around the roots, providing ideal conditions for harmful fungi and bacteria to develop. Use specialized pruning scissors or sterilized scissors to cut away roots that are dried out, rotten, soft, or no longer capable of growing. At the same time, yellow leaves, diseased leaves, and pseudobulbs that have been completely damaged should also be removed. This pruning process helps the plant avoid wasting nutrients on parts that can no longer recover and reduces the risk of fungal diseases spreading to the remaining healthy parts. After removing all damaged sections, we can more easily assess the actual condition of the plant and create better conditions for the recovery process later on. In addition to the English voice, we have now created dubbed voices in French, German, Italian, Spanish, Portuguese, Japanese, Hindi, and Indonesian to help you understand the content more easily. Listen in your preferred language by opening the video and clicking on Settings, the gear icon, to select the appropriate audio language. Next, I will thoroughly rinse the entire orchid clump with clean water. This step helps remove dirt, residue from the old growing medium, decayed plant tissue, and any remaining debris around the root system. In addition, cleaning the plant helps us clearly observe the actual condition of the roots, pseudobulbs, and new shoots so that we can choose a more suitable care method. When rinsing, use clean water and handle the plant gently to avoid damaging healthy roots or developing new shoots. After rinsing, place the plant in a cool and well-ventilated location for a short period of time so that excess water can drain away before proceeding with the next treatment steps. To disinfect and clean this orchid before replanting, I will prepare approximately 1 liter of clean water. Then I will add approximately 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Baking soda is a familiar kitchen ingredient that many gardeners use to help clean plant surfaces and create an environment that is less favorable for the development of certain fungal diseases. Next, stir the solution thoroughly until the baking soda has completely dissolved in the water. Once fully dissolved, we will have a gentle treatment solution that helps clean the orchid before it enters the recovery stage. Now, I will soak the entire base and root system of the orchid in this solution. Soaking allows the solution to come into contact evenly with the roots, base, and areas where dirt or old growing medium residue may still remain. During the soaking process, the baking soda helps clean the plant and improve air circulation around the root system before replanting. I will soak the plant for approximately 10 to 15 minutes so that the solution has enough time to work on the entire base and root system. While waiting, you can also use a soft cotton pad or soft cloth soaked in the solution to gently wipe all leaves and pseudobulbs of the plant. This step helps remove dust from the leaf surfaces, clean areas that the soaking solution cannot reach, and make the plant cleaner before recovery. Which country are you watching this video from? It's wonderful that we can connect with each other from all over the world. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please hit the subscribe button to support me and not miss any orchid care tips. After soaking, remove the orchid and allow it to drain naturally for a few minutes before continuing with the next care steps. Next, I will prepare the growing medium before replanting the orchid. For Cattleya orchids, I choose pine bark as the growing medium because it provides excellent aeration, drains water effectively, and is highly suitable for orchid root development. To clean and treat the growing medium, I will use a small amount of garden lime. Garden lime helps disinfect the growing medium, limiting the growth of fungal pathogens and other harmful microorganisms that may remain in the substrate. At the same time, it helps neutralize acidity, creating a more stable and well-aerated environment that promotes healthy orchid root development. First, add approximately 1 teaspoon of lime to the growing medium. Then add approximately 2 liters of clean water and stir thoroughly until the lime has completely dissolved. Next, soak all of the pine bark in this garden lime solution for approximately 1 hour. This treatment helps clean the growing medium and assists in removing certain impurities that may remain in the pine bark before it is used for orchids. During the soaking period, the garden lime solution also helps stabilize the growing medium and create a more suitable environment for future root development. If you have questions or want to share about orchids, please post on the community tab of the channel. Let us exchange and learn orchid care experiences together every day. After approximately 1 hour, I will remove all of the pine bark. Then rinse it several times with clean water to remove any remaining lime residue from the surface of the growing medium. This process helps make the growing medium cleaner and reduces the risk of alkaline residue that could negatively affect the plant's root system. At the same time, the pine bark will have a more stable pH level, creating a favorable environment for healthy root development. After that, remove all the pine bark and allow it to drain thoroughly, making it ready for reuse in planting. Following the treatment process, the pine bark becomes cleaner and safer for young roots. This step also helps reduce the risk of fungal diseases while providing a well-aerated environment for root growth. When properly treated growing media is used, Plants generally recover more quickly and establish more stable growth after repotting. I have created subtitles in multiple languages. Please select your preferred language. Comment below and let me know which country you are watching from. It's amazing that we can connect from all around the world. To replant these Cattleya orchid plants, I will use a pot like this. When selecting an orchid pot, it is important that the pot provides good air circulation and fast drainage so that the root system remains well aerated. First, I will place a thin layer of foam at the bottom of the pot. This foam layer creates drainage space underneath, reduces water accumulation at the bottom of the pot, and makes the pot lighter. Next, I will add a layer of treated pine bark on top. This growing medium provides a foundation for root development while maintaining proper aeration and balanced moisture levels inside the pot. Next, insert a steel stake deep into the growing medium to provide firm support for the plant. This step helps stabilize the stem and minimizes movement, shaking, or displacement during routine care and watering. Next, I will place the orchid clump in a suitable position inside the pot, arranging the older pseudobulbs toward one side to leave space for future new shoots and pseudobulbs. However, there is a very important point to remember when planting Cattleya orchids. We should not bury the entire orchid base beneath the pine bark, as we do with many other types of plants. Instead, place the orchid clump on the surface of the growing medium so that the base and stem remain well ventilated. Which country are you watching this video from? It's wonderful that we can connect with each other from all over the world. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please hit the subscribe button to support me and not miss any orchid care tips. Then use soft ties or specialized orchid ties to secure the plant firmly to the pot. This step is extremely important because during the early stage, the plant does not yet have new roots to anchor itself to the growing medium. If the plant moves frequently during watering and maintenance, newly emerging root tips can be easily damaged, slowing down the recovery process. When the plant is securely fixed in place, it becomes more stable and can focus its energy on producing new roots. Over time, new roots will naturally grow downward, search for suitable moisture levels within the growing medium, and firmly attach themselves to the pine bark pieces. At that stage, the root system will hold the plant securely in place without requiring much support from ties. Finally, you may also cover the surface of the pot with a thin layer of moss. This moss layer helps maintain gentle moisture around the base of the plant and the developing young roots. Especially during hot and dry weather, moss helps slow water evaporation and maintain more stable moisture levels for the orchid. After replanting, place the plant in a cool and well-ventilated location with good air circulation and avoid direct sunlight for the first 2 days. During this period, do not water the plant. Allowing the plant to rest after repotting gives the cut surfaces on the roots and base enough time to dry naturally, reducing the risk of fungal diseases and bacterial infections entering damaged tissues. This is a very important step that helps the plant recover safely after pruning and repotting. After approximately 2 days, you can begin watering the plant again as usual. During the early stage, maintain moderate moisture levels and continue keeping the plant in a cool location with gentle indirect light rather than direct sunlight. This allows the plant to focus its energy on producing new roots instead of struggling with harsh environmental conditions. When new roots begin to appear and develop steadily, you can gradually move the plant to a brighter location that is more suitable for the growth requirements of Cattleya orchids. Now, we have completed the entire process of properly replanting a Cattleya orchid after flowering or after it has been discarded. If you have any questions about caring for Cattleya orchids or other orchid varieties, please leave a comment below. When you care for orchids with love, patience, and passion, you will receive not only healthy orchid plants, but also colorful flower spikes that bloom beautifully and last longer over time. Gardening is not only about caring for plants, it is also a journey of enjoying the joy of watching life grow every day. If you found this video helpful, do not forget to press like, subscribe to the Wonder Garden channel, and turn on notifications so that you do not miss future videos filled with useful orchid care, recovery, and growing tips. Thank you for accompanying Wonder Garden. May your garden always remain green and filled with beautiful flowers.